As a running team, we want to get the ball out after made baskets as quickly as possible. And here you see Brandon initiating our offense. In our offense, it doesn't really matter who's the point guard. At this point, freeze it right there. Brandon just reverses through Derek. And the thing about this offense is that the screen of Josh is perfect, the timing of which is right in line with ball reversal. And if you play it, now we get into a second-sided action where the defense is a little bit more stretched out. The pick and roll forces multiple defenders to help on Derek, and you can see that right here, freeze it. Two players go to Derek, that leaves Zion unguarded, and Brandon's man has to help down on him, opening up a big avenue for which he can cut and receive the ball. And that amount of space allows our players to recognize exactly what they should do. This is a classic example of a fast break out of our defense. What we really like to stress is this pass right here. We call this an advanced pass. The more real estate we can take by throwing the ball ahead in transition, the better. And what we want to do is, release the ball and create odd man opportunities. So you can let it roll here. And then what's important for us is our spacing and transition. We want to get our wings wide and down to the corners, which opens up early attacks into the paint for driving kick opportunities. Classic example of one right here. You can let it roll. JJ attacks the hard closeout for a reposition three, and Faves is following in for the rebound should he have missed. This is one of our favorite plays to feature Zion in the post, where he's had great success so far this season. We get the ball into him, and then you'll see great action off the ball occupying the defense. It starts with the high split here between JJ and Drew. You can let it roll. Now JJ cuts to the basket, occupying the weak side. And now the perimeter players are moving in concert with the cutter and changing their spots to keep the defensive players occupied and off balance. And it'll provide outlets for Zion. Now, Nico has to move again, and he's the eyes of JJ. And we drive, and we create a pass-pass combination, which we talk a lot about. That's a wide open corner three for JJ, but created by his teammates' movement on the floor. Here we are pushing the ball, even though we're short-numbered. We still want to keep the tempo high. You see the advance pass to keep the pressure on the defense. But Josh does a good job, and so does Lonzo, realizing that nothing's there. So now we wait for Drew to get into the frame, and we're going to just run a basic pick and roll. The key with pick and roll is, if you let it roll, when two players guard the ball, it opens up Derek on the roll. And at this point in time now, it leaves basically a 3-on-2 at the basket. What's key also here is Brandon spacing in the corner to occupy his defender. And the chemistry between Derek and Zion is slowly growing. And I think this is a dynamic you'll see more and more once we get restarted. Big to big playmaking. Let it roll. Easy finish created by the initial pass and pick and roll by Lonzo. This is a great example of the chemistry that's developed between Lonzo and Zion. Nothing really happening here, but Zion does a smart thing by stopping high to bait his defender to get on the top side. Once that happens, it opens up the spin out lob, which Zoe recognizes early. Once he's behind the defender, now it's just a jumping contest, and clearly Zion wins.